also to help you and support you the initiatives of WynActive and Wyndham City. Hi, welcome to the latest WynActive Webcast. It's great to have you on board again. Hope you enjoy yourself. I hope you're doing really well during this time of isolation. It's been 8 weeks or something now, so it's certainly been a long time. We've got some great guests for you today from Wyndham Basketball. But first of all, as per normal, welcome to James Robertella. How are you doing today, James?
Yeah, really good, Barry. Up and about and excited for our latest edition of the WynActive Webcast, and really fortunate enough to continue our basketball flavour from a couple of weeks ago when we caught up with Sean. Where we've got a couple guests today, which is a great addition to
absolutely
the webcast, and would like to take the opportunity to welcome Jackie Gibson, the programs and coaching coordinator, and also assistant coach for the Werribee Devils men's team, and Emilee Harmon, the development officer and star player of the Werribee Devils women's team. Welcome both to our WynActive Webcast.
How you going? Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
It's great to have you guys and here with us, and because you've got tremendous experience in this area. You've got a great profile as well, and as we know that Wyndham Basketball is one of the biggest basketball clubs in Australia, I suppose, and it's growing and growing and growing. And so you service a lot of people and you help a lot of people. So yeah, absolutely sensational to have you here. So Jackie, a quick one. Programs and coaching coordinator. What does that involve?
So I'm mainly doing the administration for all the sort of main programs. So the VJBL, which is your Friday night junior basketball, and then the Big V, which is our senior program. And then I also kind of look after the 3x3 is kind of my baby now. And then a couple other programs that we do, like the Devil's Edge, which just looks at small group trainings for our rep kids as well. So mostly administration, but do get to do quite a bit of coaching with that as well, obviously with the Big V men and my own junior rep team. So that keeps me busy.
I think you've undersold yourself a little bit there. Just quickly, how many VJBL, so that's representative basketball, representing Wyndham and the Wyndham community, how many teams have you got?
I think for this year we had around 32 teams for both boys and girls, representing from age groups under 12s to under 18s.
That's a lot of people, James.
Oh, I can only imagine the people, the kids, the parents, it's the coaches the coordination of that is certainly a big effort.
Yeah, it does keep you busy. So my role was a new role this year, obviously, because there is a lot, but previously someone did all of that and their own jobs as well. So I've been very fortunate to slide in and help out with these roles, so that's good.
Absolutely, and obviously it's a role that's definitely needed. Emilee, development officer for Wyndham Basketball and star player. I know that for a fact. Tell us about the development officer role.
So I'm in charge of the junior development. So those are almost pretty much the kids before they get to Jackie. So I start with 5-year-olds with our Aussie Hoops program, up to our domestic kids, so under 14s, every now and then some under 16s. So I just run junior domestic programs after school, and then I'm in charge of also the sporting schools, so going into the schools during the school day and running training sessions. So pretty much my job is hanging out with a bunch of kids and playing basketball.
Sounds like a bit of fun there, Emilee. And
Yeah.
we've seen you. Well, I've been fortunate enough to jump onto the Wyndham Basketball Association website and have a look at the wonderful resources that have been developed. And I think you've been the face of some of the activities that I've tried to do at home myself with a flat basketball here. But maybe talk to us a bit around, how you're keeping the kids engaged, and how kids out there that have a bit of a passion for basketball can keep developing their skills while they're at home.
Yeah. So before all this happened, what was it, about 8 weeks ago, we kind of saw that things would get shut down. So we did create that video library. I think we did 5 weeks of content in 2 days, so that the kids would have those skill challenges to look back and practice on. And then myself and Jackie have been doing their online program. So the programs that we normally run during a normal week, we're now doing online with set times of the day. And so it's not confusing for the kids, like this on this day, this is what we do at this time. So we're offering those programs as well. And then we're doing a couple things, like a few weeks ago, we started a player performance education session. And that's just like during this time, yes, you can work on your skill work, but I think for everyone, really, there's so many other things you can work on during this time. So those focused on mindset and what makes an elite athlete elite. So just, we're trying to provide as many resources as we can to these kids who want to stay involved. And then at the end of the day, the great thing about the internet is YouTube. If you really want to do some basketball drills, just type it into YouTube, and you have, thousands of resources right there.
Mm. Emilee, is the club providing those just for its own players or for the general community?
No, all of our programs are free to the general community, and that's been cool to see. We have a pretty wide reach. We've had players from all across Melbourne jump into some of our programs. Before I was here at Wyndham, I was out in Aubrey Wodonga, and a few kids from there still jump on. So, it's a free resource to anyone who really wants to do something.
That's brilliant. And I suppose, Jackie, to you and your work with the coaches, how are you? I suppose I'm sure the coaches out there are missing the interaction and the ability to pass on their knowledge and develop the skills of their players. How are you keeping the coaches engaged during this time?
So along with all the programs online, we've also done the coaching clinics. So Reese has really taken the lead on that because he obviously has a lot of great connections with some outstanding coaches across Australia. And so they've done that weekly, having a coaches clinic on the Thursday afternoon. And again, it's been a wide reach, so not just our community, but broadly across Victoria, Australia, and a couple international drop-ins as well.
Right.
So that's been really successful for our coaches. And then more centrally to our Wyndham coaches, we've tried to provide a bit of continuity with Sunday sessions with the teams, and then connecting through Zoom and stuff like that as well, to sort of keep connected with our Wyndham curriculum and keep connected with each other as a community as well. So that's been quite successful.
Well done. I think that sounds amazing, and to hear people not only nationally but internationally touching base with Wyndham is just a real feather in the cap for you guys and for the club, that's for sure. I'm a little bit interested, just a bit of a sidetrack here. In your backgrounds, I detect an accent there, Emilee. And obviously, Jackie, you've got a very strong background in basketball, coaching at such a senior level. But yeah, where did your love for basketball come from, and how did you get to the role you're currently in?
I might jump in first before Emilee comes in sounding way cooler. I started playing at a really young age. Again, definitely not as high value as Emilee, but fell in love with the game through playing. Then started coaching at quite a young age as well. So previous to coming to Wyndham, I'd been at another association in Collingwood. So I kind of grew up there through through coaching and worked all kinds of various random jobs that allowed me to keep being able to play and coach sort of all the way through. So landing here at Wyndham has been really amazing. Again, I've had a lot of great opportunities sort of to get involved with Basketball Victoria and their programs. So I was with the Vic Metro team this year as a development coach. And yeah, I mean, just staying connected and trying to coach or play throughout rather than sort of getting it's what most people would call a real job. But now at Wyndham, that's been good because it's, you know, it is a hard environment to get a full-time work in basketball. So ending up here has been a blessing.
Oh, Jackie, I'm keen to understand, going back to that transition between playing and coaching, at what age did that sort of go? Did you turn around and say, all right, now's the time I want to coach? Because for a lot of players out there, it's not the first thing they think about. You know, they're probably more concerned about playing. But yeah, talk us through that sort of transition.
Yeah, I might have been a bit different. I did start coaching at about 12, I think,
Wow.
13. So I was very young. I had a very good understanding of the game as a whole, not as an individual, which I guess a lot of kids at a young age, you know, they are trying to learn the skills and understand the game. So I had quite a comprehensive understanding at a very young age. So coaching kind of gave me the ability to oversee that a bit more than an individual player sometimes gets. So yeah, that's what kind of drew me in. Was understanding the strategic play and tactics and things like that, and being able to work with the team to sort of create that camaraderie and understanding of the whole game.
Just before we get on to Emilee, because I'm fascinated to know your story, Emilee, but quickly, Jackie, what's your coaching role with the Big V team?
Yeah, so this year on the staff as an assistant coach. So John George is the leader. So he's really, really good in creating an open culture. So everybody on the coaching staff is able to get on floor and direct and lead different drills and stuff like that, and very open to communication of ideas. So that's been really great to work with a team like that with high level athletes. So
fantastic.
Yeah,
well done and congratulations. Emilee, what is your story?
Yep, so obviously my accent is a bit different. I am from America, from Ohio. Not many people know Ohio. When I say the name of the state, they're like, what, where's that? It's a great little state. It's mostly farmland, but we do have our big cities, Cleveland, and I'm from Columbus. So in Columbus, you grow up an Ohio State Buckeye fan. And if you have the chance to play there, you do. So I went on to play college ball at Ohio State. And then after that, I went to Ireland to play. And after that, I had my first year here in Albury-Wodonga. And I just fell in love with Australia. And I was like, yep, I'm pretty happy to play here. And I've been here, this will be 7 years now.
Wow.
Yeah, playing. And then, I've been playing this would have been my 7th year playing. And then I got into the coaching. As part of your contract when you come over as an import, you obviously get involved with the community, and you work with their Aussie Hoops programs and, a lot of that community engagement. So I, started doing that right away. But as far as like really getting into the role, just kind of fell in love with, I love kids and basketball. And again, as Jackie mentioned, if you get an opportunity to do what you love to do and get paid for it and to do it all day long, it's kind of a dream job scenario that you don't find very often. So yeah, I feel very blessed to be here at Wyndham, where there's still work for us to do right now, where a lot of places they don't have that. So I feel extremely lucky, and that we are finding ways to still keep active and keep involved.
Brilliant. Emilee, I suppose the United States, you'd argue, is at the forefront of basketball, and probably from the grassroots up. How does Australia compare when it comes to that sort of community level and all the different steps that people can take along the development pathway? How do we compare? Are we developing pretty nicely in terms of those opportunities for kids, and what does Australia look like in comparison to the States?
Yeah, look, the development pathways are just completely different. Like, to explain them, it would take hours. I'm not going to say that one is better than the other. They're just different. So no one to say this is how this one works and this one doesn't. They both work. There's different options available for both. Like in America, you grow up and you play in your school, and that your team stays together the whole way. As we're here, you play on a bunch of different teams. I'd say the biggest difference is we have college basketball. So you have your D1 college basketball that everyone, that's your goal, is to get there, and you get your full ride scholarship, and you get to play and go to school for free. And as to where here, once you're done at that level of high school, it's okay. Now what you can jump straight into playing professionally, where we don't have that option. Like you go to college, or you do try and get a scholarship and go over to America. So I would say that's the biggest difference there. As far as options go, though, like to continue your playing career, we have the WBA, which is your best of the best. But unfortunately for us, like that's it. So if you don't get drafted out of college and you still are an elite player and want to play, it's then what? Which is what brings like me overseas, and yeah. So yeah, it's just different options.
Fantastic. It's fascinating to hear, and would love to probably spend some time with you at some stage to understand those differences, because I'm sure there's more to it than what you've said. But something we do on the webcast is we like to be positive, and we like to look at the good things that are happening to us. And so we talk about what we're grateful for. We're practicing gratitude. So Jackie, what are you grateful for today?
I'm definitely grateful for my family and friends. During this time, I guess with our basketball schedules, we probably don't get to spend much time with our real family. We spend all our time with our basketball family. So I'm being really grateful that I've, through this time, had them and been able to enjoy them a bit more than usual.
Fantastic. Emilee?
Yeah, again, I can reiterate, I'm grateful, especially in this environment, to still have a job and still be working. And there are a lot of little blessings in all of this. You have time that you never had before, and you'll probably never get again. So if there's an area in your life to stop and reevaluate and adjust, I think this time has been good for people who need to do that. So just grateful for the little hidden gems in all of this, and grateful to have a job and hopefully be back on the court with kids soon.
Look, that's great, and love that, and thank you very much for sharing. And James and I have a challenge that we do this every day, and I'm always eagerly looking forward to hearing what James is grateful for. So today, James, what are you thankful for?
I'm thankful for my close mates and friends. I think I've taken this opportunity to relive some of our favourite travel photos from the days from years gone by, and bring back a few laughs, and so it's been good to connect on that front, and think about what life is moving forward. And I'm certainly grateful for sharing those close connections with those people, and like Jackie and Emilee said, it's those close connections that you miss. So we look forward to coming back together very soon. But like every day, Barry, very interested to hear what you're grateful for.
Well, look, I can only endorse, the family, the friends, etc., and we're still interacting, perhaps in a different way. But something that's just occurred to me with the cold weather that we've experienced recently is I love jackets. I love nice, big, warm jackets and putting a nice jacket on and staying warm. And so I'm really grateful for all the jackets I've got because I've accumulated a lot. And I certainly wear them. I don't always wear just a jacket like this, that's for sure. So, yeah, something a little bit different.
Yeah.
It's one of those small things, but it is something I do like. I actually love being out when it's perhaps cold, it's sort of a bit of rain, and you've got a nice big jacket on, you've got gloves on, you've got a hat on, etc., and you're warm. It's, I don't know, just one of those things in life that I really like. So
you are missing your outdoor sports there, Barry, where you crowd together.
Going to the footy and watching the footy,
Yeah.
Absolutely missing that one. Yeah,
good.
for sure. Yeah, look, it's something that we try to be, and it is difficult at times. As I said before, 8 weeks of this isolation. So it is important that we all just look at the little things that we are grateful for, and as well as friends, family, etc., that's talked about. But Jackie, Emilee, what are some of the tips or tricks that you've implemented in your life to get through this time? What are you doing that others may not be doing, or what works for you in this isolation? Jackie?
Well, as Emilee said, I'm very grateful to still be working. So there might still be a lot of people that aren't in that environment. So that's definitely still provided structure to the day, having to get up and get something done every day. In terms of coping, obviously not as active as we would normally be in our roles. So I've really sort of wanted to make sure I've kept myself a little bit sane. I'm not as active and fit as Emilee is anymore, but want to get out and enjoy the day. So I'll make sure that I, get out and walk every day. So maybe I might walk and get my lunch for the day, or as soon as we clock off, make sure I get out and get the last bit of sunshine. And that's just something that centers me, just being outdoors in nature and enjoying, a bit of the fresh air, sun. So that keeps me sane, making sure I get that time every day.
Fantastic. I think we've heard that a lot, and I think a lot of people are doing it. It's fantastic. That 2 things that I heard then. One was structure. Put some structure into your day so that, it's not just, what am I going to do now? But also get outside and go for a walk and be a little bit active. So what about you, Emilee?
I'm a very routine person. So the trick to me was, all right, what is my new routine? And, once I have it, I'm like, yeah, okay. And so that quickly became, again, just working out in the morning. So I built a little home gym here. So working out in the morning, and then we start our work days around 10. We always have a staff meeting in the morning. And then, as Jackie said, I think we're both at our computers more now than we have ever had to be, because our jobs are pretty active. But so, you have your work day, but taking little breaks to get outside during that day, and whether you have to schedule them or, to remind yourself, hey, get up. But then after the work day, it's just, okay, shutting the computer off, getting away from it, because your office is now your home is your office. And then I've got 2 little dogs, so just going out, taking them for a walk. Yeah.
Beautiful. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Brilliant.
All good advice, or good things to do, James?
That's right, and I think it's all about what works for you, and those are some really clear, simple messages that we can follow. And look, I think if you haven't had an opportunity to jump onto the Wyndham Basketball Association website or their Facebook and social medias, please do, because they've got some fantastic programs out there. And in the midst of our Find Your 30 challenges and finding ways of being active, trying out a basketball coaching session, or getting the kids together and having a go at some skills is a fun way to achieve your 30 minutes for the day. So Barry, if you haven't, for everyone out there, please jump on and check out their fantastic resources. As both Jackie and Emilee have said, they're getting international and Australia and Victoria-wide recognition for this work. So we're fortunate enough to have such a great association here at Wyndham.
Oh, look, 100%. thank you very much for today, ladies. It's just been an absolute delight talking to you and hearing your experiences and your backgrounds, but also what Wyndham Basketball's doing. It's just fantastic, and congratulations to you and to the club. Thank you. Thanks very much for today.
Thank you guys for having us. It was great.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thanks, girls.
Thanks very much. Thank you to everyone for tuning in and listening to us have a chat. We've had a ball as per normal. I hope you've enjoyed it as well. Look, stay well, stay healthy, stay safe, keep smiling, and look after each other. All the best, and we'll see you tomorrow.